Welcome. This is an introduction to my talk, Facing Death, to Live Life More Fully Today. And it's the fruit of a cancer diagnosis that I've had. And I've been involved in treatment for some time. And after a while, I created this talk. I've given it a number of times. And the idea behind it is to really share my journey with you and how facing death for all of us is very powerful in living life with a sense of urgency and purpose. So I'm doing that to the best of my ability, and I'm challenging myself to not forget the urgency that I have as the time goes on. That's a challenge. Many of us, we come to spiritual life, we're very enthused, and in the course of time we may get distracted or lose our sense of urgency. So that happened to me. I'm a bit of an expert on being a casual devotee, religious devotee, as I like to say. So ideally we can avoid that. And so by sharing my journey, my life story, my journey in cancer, and how I've become enthusiastic to speak and to give back to the next generation, to my peers, my godbrothers and sisters, and the younger generation, that I have high expectations for my writing and my speaking, that through this process of speaking and connecting to the audience, we can all grow and rekindle or revitalize our spiritual life if necessary, or take it to the next level somehow. That we can appreciate that if we're going to do anything well, we have to really give it our heart, our whole being, anything. If you study the lives of great people in the world that accomplish significant things, significant accomplishments, they really were fixed. They were enthused. Prabhupada, look at him coming to America, how he was so determined. So we all have to have that sense of urgency and determination. And I try to share that in my talk, and different stories from the scripture and just my life. And I've realized over the course of giving this talk that I need to give the audience a way to experience it too. So I have some meditations that I've added to it. Ultimately, I think it will become a workshop. But for now, I speak and I ask questions and try to get your participation in thinking about, if you had to face your death today, what would that do to your life? How would that affect your practice? What would be important to you? To really look at our desires, our faith, what we love. So I stress, personal growth, dealing with our life issues, and having a sense of personal mission. Being able to take the philosophy and digest it, to make it ours, to be one with it. Because I realize that if my words are going to have power, I have to be one with them. They can't just be in my head. They've got to be my being. I've got to be able to speak with conviction, speak from my heart and my soul, to connect, and all based on prayer. Part of the reason I've determined that I attracted cancer is because my very intense prayers for spiritual advancement. And this is an opportunity for me to really focus on what's most essential, what's most important in my life. And that's what I want to share with you. That you can try it on for size. If there's one point in the talk, or hopefully more than that, that you can apply and that you can use in your life to improve it spiritually, to really be a vital spiritual practitioner of bhakti. That is my prayer and my intention for this talk, that it can make a difference in all of our lives. Me in giving it, because I'm really trying to share who I am as a person, and I'm trying to bring that up to the highest level that I can be blessed with. I mean, I'm endeavoring and I'm praying like anything that I can encourage you on your journey to be the best person you can, to be a balanced human being, to be kind, loving, compassionate person, and to have a very high ideal about your spiritual life, where you want to go with it. Have the faith that you can attain the highest perfection. So that is a little bit of my story behind this, and it's a very personal, autobiographical one, and I try to involve every person as much as possible in meditating on what I have had to confront, my own death today or tomorrow. Just imagine if you had to die, if you knew you were going to die at the end of the day, what would you do? What would you take shelter of? How would you pray? So ideally, that's how I want to live my life. And that's what I want to be able to convey to you in a way that you can apply it. So it's a high ideal, but I believe anything's possible by the grace of our gurus and the Lord of the heart. So thank you, and I hope to see you there. Hare Krishna.